What's up, Bama Nation? Welcome back to the Bama Standard, your ultimate destination for Alabama football talk with that locker room energy you can't find anywhere else. Do me a favor real quick. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Get in the comment section down below. Let us know your thoughts. I'm your host, Justin Riley. And as always, I'm joined by two legends. Former Alabama linebacker Marvin Constant and the one and only Daniel Pettey. We've got a massive guest joining us. Five-star linebacker and Alabama commit, Xavier Griffin. He's one of the headliners of the 2026 recruiting class, and he's already making some noise in his senior season. And we also got his mama, Miss J. Clay. Glad to have both of y'all in. Welcome back to the Bama Standard.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Mom, let's just get to it. So I live in the Atlanta area. Why have I not been invited out yet?
I mean, we're gonna have to make it happen. I can't even throw no excuses. We just gonna have to make it happen.
Invited to a game, nothing, not a workout. Like I can show them how to get things done now.
I think he specifically wore a T-shirt that was very small to promote what he's flexing up there. Miss J.
I understood the process of how to get ahead in high school to where when I got to college, the transition was easy for me. So for me, from the first day I walked on that campus, I had no fear, but my teammates feared me, even as a freshman. I left high school. I'm thankful to my coach, Buzz Busby. He coached in Georgia for some years, so y'all might have heard of old Buzz. The one thing he did was he prepared us. He taught us how to be students of the game on and off the field in terms of preparation off the field with training. So when I left high school, I was benching 460 and I was squatting 600 pounds in high school. So when I tell you, he trained us, speed, the whole nine. I ran a legitimate 4.4 on laser. So he prepared us. And again, those are the lessons that I know don't get passed down to high school in a lot of cases, because a lot of coaches, they don't just have the time to pour into their kids like that. But that's a very important part of it. If you're truly going to show up day one, ready to let everybody know I'm that dude and put the world on notice.
So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to go over a few things. We're going to talk about Xavier's recent visit for the Alabama versus Vandy revenge game. We're going to touch a little bit about what's going on in his senior season. Of course, this week of all weeks, we all know what time it is. The third Saturday in October, Alabama versus Tennessee. We know you'll be there, and we're going to get your thoughts on this upcoming game. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'll start out. Then we'll go to Marvin and then down to Pettey. So, Xavier, you were back in Tuscaloosa, like I said, when Alabama played Vandy in that revenge game. What stood out to you the most about the atmosphere and the team's performance?
I mean, the atmosphere is always great, but I mean, I say the team. I mean, I like the way they fought back that second half. I like the way things didn't really go their way the first couple of drives, but I mean, they kept fighting, and then they finally just put them out the game. You like to see teams fight through adversity, and I think they did a good job at it.
The thing about college football, it's never going to be easy week in and week out. Now, with the emergence of NIL and the portal, it made the games even more competitive, meaning it spread the talent out across the board. You no longer have the Alabamas, the Georgias, and the LSUs sitting there with stockpiles of talent. So you are 100% correct when you say the way they fought back in the second half, because, again, when you're playing against teams that are not as equally matched as you, but close enough to where their play calling and the scheming comes into play, you can often find yourself in a situation in a hole where you're having to fight to get out. So the way they responded to that hole, I was very pleased and proud to see how they responded to that, because the way Vandy runs their offense, man, they give you so much window dressing as a linebacker and D lineman. You really have to be disciplined and just do your assignment, because if you start to feel like, well, let me trust my eyes, your eyes are going to lie to you, because the window dressing is going to tell you something different, and that's what they want you to believe. So I'm just happy to see them actually stick to the script, do their job, come out with the win, and show that, okay, we do have the wherewithal to put our opponents away in the third and fourth quarter as they did.
I'm still just trying to figure out where Marvin found a laser time when he ran the 40 back in '98. I know that all those stats he shouted were from like paperback in that old Deep South magazine. Hey, you were 5-star too. I wrote 5 stars next to your name because I thought he was really good.
Did you want to play against me in high school, Daniel?
You're lucky Hillcrest wasn't on the schedule. You see who the king of Tuscaloosa is now. When you get to Tuscaloosa, you'll know that Hillcrest is king. They weren't when we were there. We didn't play them, luckily. I had to go against that knucklehead because he ain't lying against all them stats. They were there. When you're down at the game, what's your biggest takeaway? I'm kind of interested. Like, are you taking in the atmosphere when you're down there? Are you breaking down what the linebackers are doing? When you walk out of the stadium on Saturday, what was your biggest takeaway from that Vandy game?
I would say like the way they use their linebackers. Before the game, he was telling me to watch like Lawson, watch Justin Hill, like just kind of see what you would be doing. I mean, I like the way they're moving around. You know, they're playing on the edge some plays, spying some plays, dropping back. You know, just being versatile. That's my biggest takeaway.
Well, do you prefer on the ball or off the ball?
I like doing both. That's what they want me to do both.
Well, let's rephrase that. Which one are you best at, on ball or off ball?
Both.
Oh.
No, I'm not asking you this to be funny. I'm asking for a reason. Because whichever you're not best at is what I would focus on getting better at. Because you will make so much money for yourself having that ability to play on ball and off ball. So if you're great at on the ball, work on off the ball so that you have that in your bag. Because again, depending upon the front you're in, it may be a shift or something where you have to adjust to a 5-man front or a bear front or something where you may have to walk down on the ball and play that end spot. So whatever is the weakest area, I would definitely work on that area to give yourself that versatility.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jay, I talk to you a little bit if you don't mind.
Okay.
Last season, I talked a lot to London Simmons, who's having an outstanding year. We've seen him on TV week after week, proving doubters wrong. And I talked to his mom, just getting her feel through the whole process. And one of her biggest things was being comfortable with where her son was going to go, feeling that he was going to be safe. He was in the best place. He had the right people around him. And I know you're going through that right now as well. As you were there against Vanderbilt, where's your comfort level now as it's really getting closer? Are you starting to feel a little bit more relaxed about him going to Tuscaloosa, or are you still kind of wanting to kind of keep him in just a little bit?
No, I mean, I've been comfortable, truthfully, since his commitment, just because we've been in this process for 4 years, but with Bama for the last 2 years. And when I say they have genuinely tried to establish relationships, we have them. I was literally just on a podcast earlier, and that's what we were talking about was you almost know the water boys at Alabama. Like, just being honest, like that's how much I know everybody on staff. You know what I mean? So, and they know us, they know my family. So the comfort level is there. I'm excited. Obviously, this is my baby, so I'm not ready for him to completely go.
Right.
But I do know he's going to be in great hands.
Well, Xavier, I don't know if anybody told you this or not, but let me relay this message. You do know there's a difference between the relationships in recruiting and when you actually there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm already know.
When you actually there, you talking to some people talking to you, it's like, y'all weren't talking to me like this when you were trying to get my services.
But you know what? The relationships that we have established, I'm okay with them getting on him and doing whatever they need to do. And that's a difference. Like some schools, I'm like, I know they're going to change up, but this change up going to be something that I'm not going to like. With Bama, I'm okay with the change up.
See, but that's the thing about a great coach and a great athlete. A great athlete is going to be coachable, and he's going to understand what that coach is trying to get out of him. And that coach is going to understand that he can't talk to every player the same. He's going to have to learn how to motivate and push those little buttons because everybody's different. But great coaches do that. So, yes.
Yeah. You got to know your players.
Jay, I want to ask you the same question because I think I'll get a completely different answer. I know this is a different staff under DeBoer, but one of the things we always heard when Saban was there was Miss Terry was very instrumental in the recruiting and the moms and all that. What's your takeaway of your game day at Alabama? What's your interaction with the coaches? Maybe you can talk on that or maybe you can. And what's that been like?
I talk with all the coaches just about defense, offense. It don't matter. They're all coming, hugging me, just checking in, seeing what's going on. Obviously, I talk with Coach C-Rob's wife when she's there, Kaylee, and the little baby Charlie. So get to love on her and get to know her. But it's a great experience for me. When we walk out of that tunnel, it's just like taking it in. Okay, next year I'm going to be sitting over there in the stands and, watching him come out this way. So It's really cool.
The thing about it, Xavier, how close are you with the members of your recruiting class?
Really close. It's been like that since
Yeah.
before I committed, really. Like when I was on my OV, we all just clicked. That's just how it was. And then committed and we all go to the games. Like it's just even more. We just keep building a relationship.
You ever talk to Zay Hall?
Yep.
Zay is actually my cousin.
Really?
Yeah, he plays at Hill Crest in Tuscaloosa. Yes, I'm from Tuscaloosa. His mother's Sanquetta Hall. Yes, that is my cousin. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Man, Marvin, your family tree does not end. I mean,
Well, my dad has 9 brothers and sisters, and my mom has 11. So Zay is actually my cousin on my dad's side. On my dad's side, we have several athletes that have played D1, including Zay's uncle, Anthony Hall, who played at Arkansas. On my mom's side, my sister played at LSU. I have several other cousins that played Major League Baseball, college football. So, yeah, I was blessed to have 2 very athletic families to make me. So it worked out well.
Yes.
DNA matter.
and Jay, he also has a family member that was one of the Temptations.
Yes, I am a member of the Ruffin family. That is my mom.
Right.
David Ruffin.
I love me some Temptations now.
Hey, that's still one of the best movies ever, too.
Yes.
I'll tell you a funny story. My granddad used to make me go sing in the choir with him, right? Growing up. And I can't sing to save my life. And I used to be off beat. And the whole time I was thinking, Granddad, I ain't them. That ain't my talent. I stop you. Please get me from up here.
The Lord said, make a joyful noise, Marvin.
Right.
That's all you're asked of.
That wasn't very joyful. Marvin's joyful was hitting people.
Right.
A righteous racket.
Yeah.
That part.
Well, let's transition to the remainder of your high school career. There's a few more games left before you hit the Tuscaloosa. So I got to ask you, then I'll let Pettey go. And then Marvin, how do you balance staying focused on your high school team while you're also preparing mentally for what's waiting at Alabama next year?
I think the biggest part, of course, is my high school season. Staying locked in and staying focused on my senior season. I think some people get too caught up on where they're finna be. They just kind of let the high school season pass them by. But I'm locked in fully for the high school season, and I'm still thinking about, of course, college and still trying to prepare myself for college, working on the things that I need to work on, weight room, all of that, just making sure I'm still going hard to prepare myself. But ultimately just staying focused on my senior season. We got to finish it strong.
When's your next game?
Friday.
Where?
At home.
Mom, you gonna invite me to this game or what?
Listen, we're not gonna invite this game because we're playing a team that's not that good. But next Friday we do play at City Park against Roswell, so you should come to that game.
Justin, please give Mom my number because you can't give it because I don't want nobody to get in trouble for no impermissible benefits and nothing. I ain't put nobody in harm's way. So please give my number to Mom. Mom, let me know the information and I'll pull up.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I got you. Listen, the games at Gainesville are a whole vibe. Okay, we have an elephant walk before the game.
Okay.
It's a whole vibe.
You need Marvin there for the whole thing. He wants to be part of it all.
I'm trying to come see it out. I hadn't been to a high school football game in a long time.
Yeah.
So if they were to redo Friday Night Lights TV series, this would be the school that they need to feature, correct?
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right, Pettey, what you got for him?
Xavier, man, when we talked last time, one of the things you were kind of excited about going into your senior season was taking some of the things you had learned on the camp circuit and employing it on the gridiron on Friday nights and dominating even more. Is there anything you were able to take from the camp circuit that you have seen work on the field? And what was it?
There's a lot of different little pointers and stuff that, people gave me about my game. It was mainly them watching my film, showing me things that I really need to work on. I was really tired of hearing what I'm doing good, really wanting to hear what I need to work on. And one of those things was pad level, tackling. Those are a good bit of things still working on now.
Marvin, you're up, sir.
I gotta ask because there's so much more to life than the game of football. It's not guaranteed, and for those who do get to do it after college, usually doesn't last very long. What are we studying in school?
Business or real estate? I don't know which one yet.
Why business or real estate?
Real estate is really what I want to do. I just don't know if I want to do commercial or residential yet. That's just really what I want to study in.
Okay. Now, I will say, if you're going to study real estate, I would add a caveat to that. I but definitely make sure you're taking some type of architecture classes or some other things along those lines, because that'll help you with real estate and it'll help you diversify yourself. Because whereas you want to go into real estate, you might actually start to build your own properties and subdivisions. And I think it would actually be good, Justin, to hook him up with Brandon Brooks. Brandon actually played with me at Alabama. Brandon owns Brooks Realty, one of the largest real estate companies in the state of Alabama. And it actually started with him doing that, but he was a financial advisor at first, and he just took that money and put it into it. And then he ultimately built his business, and now he actually has his own construction company where he actually builds homes as well. Okay. So, yes, he's building subdivisions. So he would definitely be a great resource for you to talk to. Very brilliant man.
Okay.
And that's how B-Sci-Fi works, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, Jay, I got to ask you, he's got more games behind him than he does in front of him in terms of high school. Are you still caught up in the excitement? Or are you still kind of feeling a little bit nostalgic? How are the emotions right now, knowing that it's starting to wind down? But, of course, greater things are coming, but high school's special.
Truthfully, I was doing good, I think, until last week. And it just kind of hit me last week, like, we only have 2 more season games. Like, what is going on? So, you know, it's starting to sink in, like it's getting closer. It's getting real. It's been real for a minute, but it's getting even more real. So still trying to take it in, but starting to get a little emotional at the same time.
Well, Mom, I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but I'm sure you're probably aware. Once he gets on campus, that is a very demanding schedule.
Yes.
So it's hard to you have to be very strategic in when you talk to your family, and you have to plan it, because if you don't, you'll lose track of things, because that schedule is very demanding.
Yeah, I played college basketball, and I told him that from the jump. Like, it's a job. College sports is a job, but like, I'm excited. It's a great opportunity, not just for football, but like you said, like life after. Like, you're able to set yourself up and do something that I can't give you, which is going to be generational wealth.
Y'all made with NIL. Literally, you can actually take that with the revenue sharing and start building your real estate company in college. Yep. You can have a full portfolio by the time you graduate.
Yep.
That's the plan.
Look, Marvin was, I'm going to brag on the knucklehead for a minute. He was a badass. He was one of the best linebackers to ever walk. He would have been one of the best to walk through Alabama if he finished his career. He was that guy. Unfortunately, doesn't get talked about that way because he left his career on the field at the University of Alabama too, or he would have been playing NFL for years. But use this opportunity. Marvin didn't have that. If Marvin would have had that NIL money back then and used those resources, he'd have been set up out of the gate, not having to kill himself like y'all saw before we got on the call. But you're in a place, man, and Mama, y'all are so like, hey, take this gift horse and do it the right way, because you're going to have good people around you. You're in a great spot. And hell, hey, if you get the chance to do the ultimate dream, play down here at Champa Bay with my boy Baker Mayfield, let's do it. But take this advantage and this opportunity while you can, because you got one not many people are going to get, and it could change in the next few years. So, man, run with it.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
We got to talk about it. Like I said, this week is special. Alabama versus Tennessee. You're going to be there. We got to pick your brain a little bit. Jay, I know you're excited being a Bama fan your entire life.
Oh, yeah.
This is a big game for all of us. Some might say we'd rather beat Tennessee than Auburn, but it's a big deal. So let's talk about it. Xavier, from a linebacker's perspective, what do you think Alabama's defense needs to do to slow down Tennessee's tempo and get this big win?
I'm sure as long as they stay consistent as they've been through the past weeks, I mean, I'm sure they'll be fine.
I can tell you 3 things you need to know.
Here we
They're
go.
low down. They dirty. They some snitches. Their whole stadium looks like a workers' truck convention. And it's not that pretty orange you can sit with. It's that pumpkin throw-up orange. Oh, sorry. Is that not how we're – I thought I was going to teach him about Tennessee. Well, Marvin, now you teach him the other side.
The thing about this game, this is the type of game where you can write your legacy as an Alabama player.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you'll talk about the Roman Harpers, where he causes the fumble going in when Tennessee's about to score. The Terrence Cody, the block field goal. There's been so many things over the years that have happened in Alabama, Tennessee. So it is a great opportunity to truly cement yourself in the history of Alabama football. So I would say, as you go into this rivalry, understand and know You're judged by this as much as you're judged by all.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You'll learn quick. If you don't know, and I'm glad you're going to get to be there for it. It's third Saturday in October special.
We lost to Tennessee for a few years in a row, but we beat Auburn during that stretch. And the year when we lose to Tennessee in 99, we win the SEC championship. But everybody, all they want to talk about is the fact that we lost to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
We just won the whole SEC championship. Y'all just want to talk about that's it's just that important to beat Tennessee.
But those are the games you go to Alabama for, right? Soak in the atmosphere for a moment, because that is what makes college football special. And these are the games you come to play at Alabama for, these moments like Marvin talking about. Would you have 20 tackles against these knotheads, Marvin?
I wasn't going to talk about the 20 tackle and sack performance I had against Tennessee.
Well, you bragged on yourself enough tonight. I figured I'd do it for you this time.
but that's what I'm saying. This is truly a game where you write your legacy. And for me, what Pettey just brought it up, I'm in the history of Alabama football books and a few other documentaries related to Alabama football because of that performance that night alone. I'm telling you that this game is where you can write your legacy in Alabama football history.
Xavier, what do you want to take away from this experience this weekend? It's a pretty big deal. Every former Alabama player we've talked to says their career is ultimately judged on their record versus Tennessee, the record versus Auburn. I guess, what do you want to experience this weekend?
I'm ready for that atmosphere. I mean, it's a night game. The Tennessee section gonna be right next to us too, so I mean that's gonna be great. They be talking crazy, right? All of the opposite team, they be talking crazy in the section next to the recruits. Man, they be talking crazy.
It's about to go up a level Saturday night.
They take this game extremely serious.
Yeah.
All right, so Jay, I got to ask you, what do you want to experience this weekend? You understand the rivalry. It's been a part of your life for a long time. Of course, we want to come away with a victory. But more than that,
absolutely.
What do you want to see? What do you want to take away from this visit and ultimately the game?
I want to see that fire and that high energy in the players and the coaches, because like Marvin said, it's a huge game. It's close to the Alabama-Auburn game. I mean, it really is. You have that in-state rival, but to have Tennessee, you've got to be fired up. Like, there has to be some type of excitement, some crazy play that's going to happen. It always does. So I'm excited. We'll be right there in the end zone. So maybe something to happen right there where we can see it.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to this one.
I'm excited that you're going to get to experience this Saturday night more than anything. One thing I will warn you of, though, when you go to the concession stand, you grew up in Bama, you're going to see the sign and it says Denny Dog. Just know that that's a lie, because you're going to get it and order it, and it's just going to be a plain hot dog. That's not what a Denny Dog is, and they're lying to you. And we haven't won a title since they took the real Denny Dog out of the stadium. Until they fix that, I'm just be warned that you're going to get a bad experience with the Denny Dog.
I just have to have popcorn. That's the only thing I need at the game.
I 8 hot dogs at those stadiums. I wouldn't trust that.
So, Xavier, can I put you on the spot about this game?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry. All right. Let's say you're already there. You're in the locker room that Saturday before the game kicks off. Y'all about to walk out of the tunnel. What message are you telling the team? More importantly, what message are you giving to your linebacker crew before this big game?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Justin. His mom is right there, and as a former middle linebacker, I think he's probably gonna say, "I don't think Mom need to hear this, Justin."
Well, there's a simple solution. Hey, Mom, earmuffs.
Yeah, I was thinking of a good way to say it. I don't think it is, man.
Don't do it.
All right.
What are you listening to pregame? What's your go-to?
Young boy.
Is there any classics you got in there? Does Mom got any classics that have sunk into you?
Any classics like
Old school?
Oh, old school songs?
Yeah.
Definitely not during pregame, but like just like in my regular day, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Well, before we get out of here, I want to leave you with something. I know you don't have a lot of high school games left, but try to make the most of them. Try to enjoy every moment of it. because that time is going to go by so quick. And you're going to find yourself at Alabama, and it's not an easy place to be. So I always tell kids in high school before they go to college to these major programs, enjoy your innocence while you can.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to grow up when you get there. And whatever little bit of childhood you had left in you, you pretty much have to abandon that because you got to grow up quick. So I just say, enjoy your innocence of childhood. Enjoy it. Enjoy your time with your family. Soak it all up. Make those memories that you feel like you're going to need to help you get through those times when you're not going to see them, because it's going to be extended periods of time when you won't see them. So just make the most of it and just enjoy that time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will.
Great advice, Marv.
Man, great way to kind of wrap things up. Jay, can you give me a prediction for the game, and then we'll start to wind it down?
I'm going to say 34-21 Alabama.
All right. I'll take that.
Yeah.
We greatly appreciate y'all hanging out with us. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege. We're excited about what's going on with you, Xavier. We're excited about what's going to happen once you touch down in Tuscaloosa. Man, if we had our way, you'd be suited up Saturday. But no, we got to wait. So, hey, before we roll out, if you wouldn't mind, tell folks how they can find both of y'all on social media, and then we'll close out. We'll start us out, Xavier, then Jay, if you'll go, and Pettey and Marvin.
256.Zay on Instagram and Zay_social on Twitter.
And mine is Bama Made 87, I think, on Twitter and Instagram now.
I'm Pettey_Daniel, but y'all don't want to follow these guys. No, I won't follow them.
Well, mine is easy. It's Constant45 on Instagram, and on X is Constant451. So easy to find.
All right, folks, we greatly appreciate y'all watching. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, get in the comment section below. Let us know what you thought about the video tonight and how excited you are about the #1 linebacker in this class coming to Alabama. That'll do it for us. You'll see us again in the post-game show for Alabama versus Tennessee. Until then, roll tide, everyone.
Roll Tide. Thank y'all.